Hey folks, as promised, today we're talking about the Alex Lifeson Chord. Stay with us. The Alex Lifeson Chord. So, when I first started trying to learn to play guitar, it was a little frustrating. The idea of this chord is like a little breath of fresh air for the beginners. So sort of the cool thing that beginners can do is you can just start experimenting with different fretted notes and open notes, right? Kind of up and down the neck. So you could just start down here, maybe the D and the G string on the second fret, right? And start moving it up. So there's some pretty sounds happening there. Right? You could try it on some different strings here. Let's try it on the G and the B and see what we get. So lots of cool stuff there. These Alex Lifeson chords are based on the idea of taking a bar chord. So like an A major bar chord is kind of a pain in the butt if you're a beginner, right? Any bar chord is kind of weird as a beginner because the idea of having to use one finger to smash all the strings down is kind of a new concept. And you don't really have to smash them all down. Just got to smash down these top two. The other notes have fingers that go with them. So the idea is don't bar it, right? And then move that around a little bit. Okay, so you can try it in lots of different spots. But you're going to find that down here, second fret, is where this Alex Lifeson chord happens. All right, so what is that? Well, it's an F sharp, right? And then you got a C sharp, and another F sharp. So far we have root, fifth, and root. Now we have a major third, which is an A sharp in the key of F sharp. F sharp is a weird key. F sharp and G flat are weird keys. F sharp has 6 sharps, G flat has 6 flats, and they're sort of the same thing, but we're calling this F sharp. So our third is A sharp. And then we have that B, which is a fourth or an 11th. And then we have an E natural. E should be sharp in this key if we wanted to make this a major sound. But since it's lowered, that's going to be a lowered 7th or a flat 7th or whatever you want to call it. So I would call this an F sharp 11 because I'm calling this B instead of the fourth. I'm displacing it by an octave up to the 11. Right? Now, the magic that comes with this sound is happening right there because you're going from the third of the scale to the fourth of the scale. You're just going up a half step in the scale. But usually on guitar, you don't hear half steps ringing together quite like that too often. Right? If we just take that and move it, right, it's not going to be super pretty on its own. But within the context of the chord, it's going to sound very laid back. So can we get that anywhere else on the guitar? Well, yeah. If we're talking about that specific chord, if we ignore the low E string, right? Ignore the F sharp and the root and just go like this. Well, here we have a little triad shape, right? And we could invert that. If you know your triad inversions. That was a little awkward. What I like to do is just do sort of this power chord voicing. So I'm just making a power chord there on the A string 9th fret and ignoring the low E. Right? I mean, the E is part of that chord, but it's maybe not something you would want in the bass, because that would be like a third inversion. But how else can we move this around, okay? So if I want that specific sound and I want to move it, it's going to be a little tricky because I'm going to have to use an arpeggio for that, right? Or at least part of it is going to have to be arpeggiated, all right? So let's think about this, how it looks. So let's say I want to start it up here on the 7th fret, right? Well, if I get this far, I'm going to have to figure out how I can reach those notes down there. So the trick is this. I'm going to go root, 5th, and then instead of going octave, I'm going to do a flat 7 here as well. So in this case, it's going 7, 9, 7. I'm going to grab 8 with my pinky. That's going to give my fingers time to spread to grab those other two notes down here, right? So now we can take that sound and kind of move it around to wherever you want. Now when you do that, if we're going to be serious about using this chord, we should know what scale goes with it, right? And it's going to be a Mixolydian scale. So if you're doing that, moving it up here, starting it in the key of B, you can do your Mixolydian scale down there, or you can start it right here on the B. And you'll be cool. All right. Did I cover everything? Yeah. I think I did. I don't know. Hopefully you found this helpful, and you know, if you finding a cool sound is what this is all about. So when you do find that cool sound, think about other places it can happen, different ways you can use it, and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'll see you guys later.